Yo, what's up guys? In today's video, I'm bringing you another Coach Z breakdown. Now this is where I grab a couple different clips from my gameplay and offer a deeper look and perspective into my thought process as to why I'm making the plays that I am making. I feel like you can watch live on Twitch or even YouTube gameplays and it can be beneficial, but at the same time, if I'm able to offer you something a little bit more, maybe it can be a lot more or even a little bit more applicable to your own style as well. So if you guys do enjoy this content, please let me know down below in the comments. Also, if you do enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like, and until next time, I'll see you all soon.
Never speak of this.
Bro.
All right guys, so as you saw in the first clip of the breakdowns, this is a crazy finesse clip, and it really goes to show how, again, using that clean movement concisely with your environment can really pay off no matter how many people you're taking on at one time. But to give you guys a little backstory, so in this clip, I started off by landing in from the gulag, and it was an early game, and I'll be honest, if I die kind of early, I usually just ego something crazy, which is why I landed on this roof in the first place. But I ended up spotting a player that ran in from the backside of the building. So initially, I'm gonna go ahead and cook one of my nades and time the nade, so by the time it bounces and pops, I'm gonna be shooting him at the same time, and it's pretty much like an instant down. As you see here, cook the nade, give it a little bounce, tap shoot him, instant knock, able to get the thirst, and now I'm going to direct my attention inside. So I'm hearing shots. I'm going to go ahead and bounce a flash towards the room of the top of the stairs, and I'm going to drop in the opposite side, and it pays off perfectly because there's a guy right there. We see a shadow, so the flash is going to pop, and I'm going to turn my back to it in hopes that I'm going to flash behind me while I'm taking this player out. I don't hit anyone, but I am able to pick this guy up, completely torch that guy's camera. And now, as soon as I saw him getting pushed again, I repositioned to the desk to play a heady and snake this heady here. He tries to drop shot, it just doesn't work out. And now I don't necessarily hear another player pushing yet, but they could have dead silence or anything really. So I'm gonna go ahead and start plating up and snaking the second desk just to give myself a little bit more space in between the next push. I don't hear anything. This guy caught me completely off guard. So I turn, flash the room, back up a little to plate up, quickly take the close corner here, and this is where I start throwing all the little shimmies to try to break his camera. He doesn't bait, and that's where I land a couple shots, and now I know he's gonna push me. He knows I'm one shot, so I just center my gun for the center of the doorway and try to pre-fire and end up smacking that guy as well. But again, that clip is a perfect example of how using the clean movement correctly with your environment can keep you alive in some nutty situations.
Ooh. Who is that? I don't know. Oh my god.
Hot, bro.
Oh my god.
All right, so in this clip here, you guys saw me using the card to my advantage to plate up multiple times and to really help isolate these two fights here. So as I'm approaching this team, I try to isolate the guy closest to me, which I'm able to do, but that's when I start getting shot in the back from the team behind me. So I isolate that fight. I end up getting the knock, but again, I know I'm getting shot in the back, so I'm gonna quickly try to hit a stim and go straight to the vehicle. I have multiple players behind me on the bridge, the team there. I want to get straight inside of the car, swap seats, so I have a little bit of space between both teams to really play it up and re-situate this gunfight. Now these guys both push close, which allows me to hop back out, and which is nice because now that I'm in the passenger seat, when I hop out, I now can use this car to isolate these guys on my left-hand side here. But I don't want to fight there because I'm going to get shot in the back. So I'm going to reposition down to this rock where I can help hopefully isolate one of these fights. He comes a little bit faster than I thought, so I hop back in the car for cover. Ended up catching great timing on my reach out, and now I can isolate this 1v1 easy enough.
Oh my god.
And I'm able to quickly wipe them, and then I ended up actually using that Jeep to push the team on top. But right there goes to show, I know I use doors to my advantage in crazy situations of buildings, but sometimes you don't have that luxury. You're out in the open, but you can pretty much take that same thought process and logic into vehicles as well. I use them to plate up, catch people off guard, even swap seats instantly to hop on the other side of the car if I'm super one shot and can't really run all the way around, just to give myself a little bit of cover. So many different ways and examples to use vehicles to your advantage that you might not think of previously. Use them in your fights. They're pretty clutch.
He's getting shot in the back.
Behind him too, yeah.
I'm gonna let him die. I'm gonna let him die.
Nice.
Let him res. I'm gonna try to let him res.
Tread carefully. Your teammate has entered the gulag. Surviving.
They're resing in here, I think.
Oh no, here, yeah. One shot in there.
Got 3.
Nice.
Oh,
He's
you
on me,
jerk.
on me.
Max.
God.
I trailed. Give shit. Oh my god. Shit. Oh my god. Let's go.
I don't know, good help.
Now this clip here you guys saw was actually from a 2v2 tournament with the homie Brolic. So we were in, I believe this is losers finals at this point. We're playing for top 2. Whoever wins this map goes to grand finals, and I'm going against Rated and a Sage, which is a great duo. But here Rated was actually fighting a team in this building. Now I wanted to rob the kills, which is usually what you always do in a 2v2, but sometimes it's best to almost let a situation play out, especially if you think your opponent may die. So as I'm running up, I see Rated is getting absolutely fried. He has like 1 plate on at this point. I know it's multiple people here. I don't want to just barge in and try to rob the kills because that'll leave him alive, right? I'll almost end up helping him in the end. So I'd rather if he makes a great play, props to him. But I see super one shot. I know there's multiple more players, so I have a good feeling he's gonna die. So I waited out.
Nice.
Let him res. I'm gonna try to let him res.
They do end up knocking him, but he never gets his full. So I'm gonna go ahead and hang out and let them try to res that player before I even engage, so I can make sure I get the kill versus him.
Your teammate has entered the gulag.
They're resing in here, I think.
Oh no, here, yeah.
So I instantly barge in, pick up the first guy. Now I'm gonna quickly reposition to this heady and deployable cover here, which you guys will see me mount up, get the second pick, get the third pick, the freest 3 kills of my life.
Oh, you jerk.
And my teammate Brolic calls out the last ones on him, so I'm gonna quickly reposition to the window so I can look over him while he's fighting.
God.
I trailed. Give shit.
And we make that a super easy team wipe and end up robbing all those kills. And again, showing a little bit of patience in a 2v2 can really pay off in your favor. And even if you're not a 2v2 player, I feel like this clip is a great example of why small talking with your teammates can make situations so much easier, because Brolic knows exactly what's going on with my side of things, so he knows what he needs to do. Again, just goes a long way to show how small comms can really make a difference in making these team fights so much easier for you and your teammates.
Oh yes, Exzachtt.
Good shit, Z.
Go.
Nice, he's there.
Oh, stop reloading, bro.
Just jump off. You can self and get a gas.
Gas is closing in.
I won't make it.
Safe zone.
Wait. I'm fine.
Enemy precision airstrike. Stay alert.
Kids are sending me. I'm gonna die, okay?
Okay. Try to get as many kills as you can if you do.
right, so this clip here is actually from another 2v2 tournament. This is a one and done. Brolic has died. I don't have the cash to res him, and I believe this game is tied with like 30 people left. So Stu is actually holding someone on my right. Intex is in front of me, and he's holding players. So my first thought is screw getting cash. I need to try to rob these kills and hopefully take cash from the dead bodies and get Brolic back in the mix, because I don't want to go down too many kills right here. So I quickly stem out to Intex because I know it's a little blurry, but his arrow is actually holding these guys in the storm, right? So I want to get to this storm as fast as possible and try to rob both these kills, if not one of them, from him, and then take the cash from their bodies, because I only need a small stack. The odds are pretty good that I'm going to get the cash from these players here. As I'm sliding up, I spot this guy first, so I'm going to quickly take him out. And I instantly snap to the next player. I want to try to get that kill as fast as possible and hopefully rob it from him. But you're able to do so. And now I grab their cash and I'm going to floor it to get Brolic back in this game. But as I'm on the way to the buy, I did take note. Intex ends up dying to a pretty sweaty player, right? So I know this player's over here on my right. I don't know how many it is, but I know it was a sweaty player. He had a sweaty name, kills him with a meta gun. So I don't want to rotate out right, and I don't want to jump off the bridge, because if it's a sweaty player, he knows once this buy gets hit, he's going to be looking towards the buy to try to hold me, right? So you guys will notice I end up taking a long path. Brolic yells to jump off. I'm not doing that, brother. I don't have stems to save myself. I could have bought a gas mask first, but I really wanted to prioritize getting him back in the game first, because I do have a self-res if I can't get them both at the same time. So I do get Brolic back in.
I won't make it. Wait.
So I'm going to self and pop this gas, and notice where Stu goes. Stu goes straight out of the gas. I don't think he knew these players were over here. So he's just going to jump off the bridge and just try to beeline back into zone. Which, as I'm grabbing my gas mask, the team does end up frying him on his way in, which allows me to know I definitely need to make a super far loop into the mountains to make it my way back into the zone here. At this point, they are frying me. This is how sweaty this team was. They are absolutely frying me. So I wanted to try to hold them, but at the same time, I have to have respect for their gunny and know there's probably easier kills into the map. But don't get it twisted. I do have a very solid positioning here, and the way they were attacking me, I knew they were probably going to be pretty aggro and try to chase me. And how my positioning was, I went to go see if I could potentially get a couple kills. I spot them flying at me, so now I know, hey, I have great positioning. I do have to rotate in, but I may be able to stop for a second to get one or two, or just as many as I can, just in case they do end up killing me here. So I go for a pick. Absolutely fried again. I realize there's no way I'm probably gonna die, even though again I want to get as many kills as possible before I die to help our odds out while B starts to regain me. Again, you guys are gonna notice I'm super far wrapping, going as far as possible, and I do have a player in front of me that I spot. I'm gonna just follow him in, kill him. I know I'm at this point I am giving my position away to potential teammates, but it's fine. The odds of me surviving are pretty low. I just, again, get as many kills as possible in a 2v2. Spot another player. I'm just going to chase him straight into the map as well. And as I'm chasing him, I'm fighting him. I did see his teammate to my close left, but I go straight for the thirst though. Teammate jumps beneath me, but I use this spot to reload and try to grab some plates, some ammo. Ended up getting a bag, mask, plates, and it all, which ends up coming in super clutch in this end game here. And in the end, we did end up winning that map. Now, if I would have hung out to keep trying to ego that sweat team, I can promise you I would have died. If I would have just tried to take the quick and easy route and jump over the bridge, fly in like Stu did, I would have died there as well. So taking the extra time, buy a gas mask, fully rotate, go for a pick. If you don't have it, give it up and just play my life. Followed a couple teams in, or a couple opponents in, able to get a couple kills, and ended up rotating all the way down into sub pin towards the end of the clip, and ended up holding even more players that were a lot easier kills than those sweaty kills. So this clip does a really good job again of breaking things down and even just understanding what's the most important kills. All right, and that was the last clip of today's breakdown. If you guys did enjoy today's video, be sure to leave a like. Also comment down below if this is a series you guys would enjoy to see more often. I mean, I have clips for days from 2v2 tournaments, 2v4s in general, even solo quads, solo trios, solo duos, rebirth. There's thousands of clips for really any situation you can imagine, and I would love to bring you guys as much value and substance as possible. So if this is something you would be interested in seeing more often, please let me know in the comments below. And as always, I'll see you guys soon.